Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. I'm going to be honest, for the most part, I like this episode. I did. I like the Kate and Paulina scene because at first Kate was not there judging Paulina on the whole Abe thing and the secrets and everything like that. But once, Paulina told her story about why she did what she did, the abusive relationship she was in, Kate realized that they had a lot more in common than, either of them probably thought. So, towards the end of the episode, they kind of came to a common ground. Kate kind of realized that, maybe, she shouldn't have judged her fully before she knew the whole story. So, I actually like that part. Especially considering how they started off. So, that was good. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really care that much for the Allie and Trip stuff. They didn't really do too much of anything. All Allie did was go down to the hospital, sit there and tell Trip about Sammy's kidnapping, and then they just kind of spent time theorizing who could have took Sammy. And Trip did kind of realize that even though he's a man of science, there are certain things that even he can't explain. Now Sammy is waiting for Lucas to get there. And I guess Jason started trying to play some sort of mind games, like, oh, well, he's taking so long, maybe Pete is there, maybe Pete, either kidnapped him or killed him, you better let me go, otherwise, Pete's not going to be happy. Now, it did take Lucas a while, but he does actually come through, and, at this point, they're standing around talking, and I'm just like, did you not hear the fact that he said that he has another guard, and that eventually he's coming? Why are we still standing around there? I'm gonna be honest, I actually thought that both of them were gonna get kidnapped the whole time, because they were just sitting there just like, oh, well, this, that, and the third, and, Jason, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the door is open, why are we not going towards the door? I don't get it. It's open. What are we? Oh wait, it's a soap opera. Never mind. So they want to know who kidnapped Sammy, and this guy ain't telling. Okay, he's like, yo, listen, I ain't doing it. You guys can sell me out. Whoever I'm working for is a lot scarier than y'all. So they decide, or Lucas decide, let's untie him a little bit, and we'll hold him, and we'll escort him out with, no leverage. You grab one arm, I'll grab the other. It should go well. Now, keep in mind, this guy isn't, a big, muscular guy, but, I mean, you really thought that was going to work. You hold him one arm, she holds him with the other. So they get halfway through the door, and the guy throws Sammy towards the wall. He runs. Lucas goes after him. Of course, at this point, he's more worried about Sammy, so he goes back and he gets Sammy. And eventually, towards the end of the episode, she does reunite with Allie, and Allie's happy, which is great, because when I started watching this show, Allie and Sammy were going at it. Okay? This is over, not gonna lie, Henry. Almost forgot his name. Going out with Henry, and who's gonna get custody, this, that, and the third. So they came full circle. That's good. That's progress. And honestly, to tell you the truth, Sammy wasn't exactly a thrill, but Allie could have handled the situation better. So I'm just glad that they're at this point where they're, are good. Oh, EJ. So EJ comes up to Ava and is like, hey, listen, I know what you did with Kristen. I know you helped her escape. And, Ava's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Where are you coming up with these crazy ideas from? And, EJ's like, listen, we can go back and forth. But I know you helped. Thing is, I kind of need you to, let you know that I got your back. Because if I told Rafe that you helped Kristen escape, well, Rafe is going to leave you. And Nicole's going to just take a beeline straight to Rafe. And to be honest, I'm kind of feeling her. I don't want that to happen. I don't think you want that to happen. So we should help each other out. And you know, Ava more or less kind of agrees. So that was a great scene. And I have to tell you the truth, any scene with EJ is just, well, it's just great. If I haven't said that enough, EJ is one of my favorite characters, along with Steve. But EJ is just like, EJ's something else. Now I have to get to Rafe and Nicole. My goodness, Rafe. For a guy who comes across as this stand-up, this honorable stand-up kind of guy, name of an archangel, you certainly do come across as kind of a sleazebag. I mean, you know, he just came back from Chad's place, which questioning Chad realized that Chad inadvertently left his jacket and Kristen was making calls. So he takes the phone, and he's about to leave. He sees Nicole in there. Nicole's sitting there talking to EJ, and they have plans to sit there and have dinner, so she comes over there, and she runs into Rafe. And then, you know, at first Rafe starts grilling her like, oh, well, what are you doing here? And, you know, she's like, hey, I'm coming to see EJ. We're going to have some dinner and just kind of chill. And Rafe is grilling her like, what are you doing? Why are you sitting there hanging out with him for? Like, what's wrong with you? After a while, Nicole's like, listen. You know, she basically is like, me and him are having a good thing, and if we're having a good thing, then I don't have to sit there and worry about trying to get back together with you, and we can kind of just put everything in the past. And Rafe is like, no, we can't do that, because, you know, I don't want to do that, and I still feel something. And I'm just like, bro, she's basically sitting there saying she wants to move on from what happened. And you practically was like, you were ready to bury it when you was talking to Ava. But the minute he gets in front of Nicole, he's all like, well, you know, what happened was really special, and the connection that we share. Nicole's like, I don't want to talk about this. This is in the past. We shouldn't even be talking about this. This is like wiped out of our minds. Why are you rehashing this for? And he goes on this monologue, and I'm just like, bro. Goodness, this guy just frustrates the living life out of me. He in this situation, he really is. You begged Ava to sit there, and I want to sit there and rehash this again. He begged Ava when Ava was going to sit there and leave. Leaving because she was like, yo, leaving because Nicole, well, it was like, listen, you want to be with Nicole, that's fine. I'm not doing this. I'm tired of feeling insecure. This is not who I am, and this is who you're making me be. So she was ready to leave. And Rafe practically begged her after finally telling her the truth, and was just like, we squashed it. The minute that this chick goes to jail for something, probably a damn parking ticket, this dude made a beeline, right? I mean, well, not a beeline, but he just was like, you know what? Screw it. Ava's in jail, so I'm sure she did something. And you just had sex with Nicole. In the work conference office. Like, on a conference table. Because, you know, there's nothing like class than doing it on a table where everyone else works at. So him sitting there rehashing it and just going on and on and on with this, I don't even want to sit there and say heartfelt love confession, because it just made me sick to my stomach. Listen, I get that a lot of people do not like Ava, okay? A lot of people don't like Ava. There's people that's like, oh, well, I want him with Nicole because they're cute together. I'm not really for a couples kind of person. Side note, me and Soap Sanctuary are doing our top 5 couples of days of this year. So, top 5, and it's weird. I feel like, and I kind of discussed it with him, so like, any people who you don't like together, like, you know, worst couples or whatever, just put it down in the comment section. Anyway, I'm not a huge couples kind of guy, as far as, like, liking people with other people. But at the same time, I do like breaking stuff down. My point is, I get that people want Nicole to be with Rafe. But the way that they put those two together just comes across as so scumbaggish. You know? So scumbaggish. And Nicole is supposed to be her friend, and yet, you know, you're lying straight to her face. You're harboring these feelings for Rafe. And I respect her to an extent because she's trying to move on. And Rafe is just, I don't know what the hell he's doing. I don't even think he knows what he's doing. I don't even know if this guy knows he wants. You're with Ava and this, that, and the third, and we're moving things slow. And next thing you know, we're with Nicole. You're like, oh, I just can't get over a hot, passionate, steamy night of, like, dude, what are you? Okay, I'm done. Because he's just pissing me off, to be honest. Oh, and Chad and Abigail are in this episode, and they didn't really do much. I mean, like I said, Chad wasn't there answering questions of Rafe, and he realized that when he left, you know, he left his phone there. And he told Rafe that, yeah, she made some calls to Brady, to Rachel, and, you know, they both realized, oh, that's where this mystery accomplished is. So at first, you know, Rafe was like, oh, I can get a subpoena. And Chad was like, nah, you know what, you can just take my phone. The only person I need to sit there and talk to is right here. So he was like, hey, you know, do what you gotta do. And he told him, he was like, listen, I love my sister, but she hurt a lot of people that I care about. So, you know, whatever you gotta do, you know, as long as she's alive, do what you gotta do. And then him and Abby, you know, had sex. So that's great that they're moving forward with their relationship, and you know, they're mending and building back up their relationship, their trust. You know, I'm gonna be honest, cheating on someone and then forgiving them and then moving forward is just, there's a lot of cons and pros to that, and you know, the question always is, could you forgive that person if they cheated on you? And some people say yes, and some people say no. I don't know if that's possible to actually forgive. Maybe because it's more of a pride thing, and I've said this in my other reviews, and I'll sit there and say it's in this one. If I had someone that cheated on me, I think the only way that I can actually forgive them, or just to like move forward, is to do it as well. And I don't mean like go behind their back. I mean like, hey, listen, by the way, just to kind of make things even, yeah, I'm gonna sit there and just, you know, have sex with a random woman, or, you know, whatever. Because that is the only way that I can see myself moving forward. Yeah. But yeah, so they do that, and that's pretty much about it. I'm gonna be honest, they didn't really do that much of anything differently than yesterday. It was kind of just like, alright, cool, your hair, yay, and you didn't really do anything. So glad you were here to stretch out the time. I feel like that's about it for the most part. If I forgot anything, please write it down in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching, be safe, and I will see you in the next video.